ultimately not the one to be on at that time of the race when those guys were still putting the decent laps in on the soft. A day of two halves though for Mattia Binotto. And for Ferrari, Mattia, let's start, of course, first with the heartache for Charles. What was it in the end that brought the early end to his day?
Obviously, we need still to analyze carefully to understand it was on the completely opposite side to the accident of yesterday. So it was, let me say, the drive shafts to the wheel into the hub on the left-hand side. So it could be as well completely unrelated to the accident, something on which we need to understand. So let's see. But certainly unfortunate, unhappy for it, reliability issue. It's not a matter of gamble on the gearbox, it's completely unrelated, but let's see what happened and try to understand the lesson learned for us. Let's hope that at least we can certainly understand what happened.
For the folks at home, obviously when the car's in park for May, you're allowed to change parts that have been damaged during qualifying.
Yeah.
Had you found something, the issue ultimately with it, would you have been able to change it, or would have you only been able to change because it was a result of the accident?
So as I said, what has broken is something which was not damaged by the accident, so on the opposite side, so we didn't change it. But let's say that all the checks on the gearbox itself, because it's not the gearbox that has failed, the checks on the gearbox was all right. And so again, I think we need to analyze.
First podium for Ferrari, a battling drive.
Because it's not the gearbox that has failed, the checks on the gearbox was all right. And so again, I think we need to analyze. We have no answer right now.
And to the positive. In the day, Carlos, his first podium for Ferrari, a battling drive. He'd been fast all the way through the weekend. How happy are you for him? How impressed have you been with how he settled in at the team?
I think there is a lot of positives of the weekend. As first, as you said, for Carlos, first podium for Ferrari. That's great for him, great for the team, somehow deserved, and very happy for him. And I think on the positive is the overall performance of the cars this weekend. We should not forget, since Thursday, I think we could have battled really for the win with Charles today in the race. And I think as well to see Charles under the podium, that's something very positive to me. So I think the team spirit is the right one. We are all united. I think certainly Charles was disappointed, but he was there somehow to celebrate Carlos and the team.
Lovely stuff. Mattia, I want to thank you for coming on this show, for giving us an explanation, and I hope that the podium gives some respite and some satisfaction after what I know will be a disappointing day ultimately. But,
thank you.
Thank you so much, really appreciate it. Grazie.